The Omega Totality artifact is a very good artifact, but you could only get the maximum benefits from it if you use it the right way. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the do's and don'ts of using that artifact. So let's jump into it. Since the Omega Totality grants the ability Omega Beams and it's a finisher and is vulnerable to interrupt, you want to use Empowered Channeling. A lot of players use max damage. You do not want to use max damage. The reason for this is because you're going to get interrupted a lot, although you're getting that 2% extra damage. Empowered Channeling prevents this. When you channel the superpower Omega Beam, you do not get interrupted, and as a result, you can get the full benefits from the Omega Beam. So let me just equip this here real quick, the max damage, just to show you guys here. So I'm going to demonstrate here on some couple of odds here. Omega Beam is ready, I'm using it, got interrupted, didn't get the explosion and stuff, didn't get my full damage. You will get interrupted during solos and duos a lot. Also alerts if there's not a tank. And in raids, sometimes you get interrupted. So make sure you guys do not use max damage, use Empowered Channeling. Another mistake I see players making is jumping out and cancelling the Omega Beam. You don't want to do this. You would cancel out maybe to the last 1-2 seconds, but you want to let it play through and get the maximum benefits from it. As I jump out there, as you see there, I didn't get the benefits from it and I wasn't able to kill all the odds. So getting fully charged and jumping out of it, you're going to lose a lot of damage. So please don't do this. This point is very important, guys, so pay close attention. A lot of players tend to mess up using the ability Omega Beams. There is a special way to use the Omega Beams when it comes to fighting bosses and when it comes to fighting odds. So, let me get into it here. When the boss is above 35% health, you want to use it after using 6 superpowers. So when it's dark blue, then you're going to use the Omega Beam to get that damage. Alright, so pay close attention here. When the boss health drops below 35%, then you want to get the Omega Beam charge after using 8 superpowers. You want to get the green to get the extra finisher damage, which is increased by 25%. So I'll repeat again. When it gets the green, when the color green on the Omega symbol, the beam, use it after using 8 superpowers. You get the finisher damage. Only if the boss is below 35%. And with odds, you want to use it after using 10 superpowers. The Omega Beam will be yellow. Then use it on odds to get all that damage. So first, I'm going to show you guys how to use the Omega Beam for a boss that has above 35% health. You want to get it to charge a dark blue. Getting higher than this, you're not going to get any extra damage from it. So this is where you want to get it at if you're doing a boss above 35% health. So that's the damage we get there from it. Let me show you guys here. So the damage from the Omega Beam on the sparring target, which is the boss, above 35% health, we averaging around 67k to 70k. And when it crits, we average around 127k to 145k. And the last damage here is the explosion we get from the Omega Beam. It didn't crit, so we get 118,911. Although it didn't crit, you still got a high pass. So that's the explosion from the Omega Beam. So let's move on here. Alright, so now I'm going to test the Omega Beam on a boss that has below 35% health here, which is a sparring target. So ignore these damage here from playing with Cascade. I'm just going to bring down the health, make sure it's below 35%. That way we get the extra damage from the finisher. Alright, so that's the numbers there. So before I display the numbers, let me get into the artifact here again. So as I said before, you want to get a charge at green using 8 superpowers. The finisher damage will increase by 25% when the boss is below 35% health. And that was shown in the little clip I just showed you guys here. As you guys can see there, the damage increased a lot. We get 116k when it doesn't crit on Omega Beam, and when it crits it's 237k. So you could see the numbers are definitely higher. As the previous clip was shown, when the sparring target was above 35% health and we charge it to dark blue, we get 70k, and when it crit it was 145k. There's a huge difference in damage. So I hope you guys understand how to use the Omega Beam for boss damage. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment and ask me in the comment section. Now I'll be moving on to using the Omega Beam for add damage. In order to get the Omega Beam to do add damage, you must let it charge 100%. And in order to get this, you need to use 10 superpowers and let it charge to orange, and when the icon is orange, then you should be able to use the Omega Beam to get all that add damage. Also, the add damage do not split, so you need to have a fast rotation. So let's get into it. So for the demonstration, I'm going to use my Earth Battle Tank. Earth builds Omega Beam to full very quickly. You can get those 10 powers very quickly. I'll show you guys how to do this. Starting off with the shield here. I mess up getting the full shield, that's okay. Spam the jackhammer here. As soon as it hit orange here, use that Omega Beam to get the damage on adds here. Spam jackhammer again. Omega Beam's on cooldown. You see, you gotta wait for it. That's how fast I got it. Now I could use it. Go back into the shield. Mess up on the shield. That's okay. I'm not really testing the shield. I'm just gonna test the Omega Beam here. So that's Omega Beam there again. There. So fast I'm getting it. So with Earth builds Omega Beam the fastest. You want to have a fast rotation. You could also do this with other powers and have a fast rotation to build Omega Beam. The faster you build Omega Beam, the more damage you're going to get from adds. So that's how you use Omega Beam efficiently on adds. Make sure you guys have a fast rotation for adds. So this is what you could do to build Omega Beam very quickly. Use the powers out of combat before starting a fight in an instance. You have the Omega Beam fully charged. As soon as you enter, you could use Omega Beam to kill the adds. It's fully charged, you get all that damage on adds. Also, when you're not in combat and you're waiting for adds to spawn or whatever, like in this case, just spam your powers, use your rotation, build the Omega Beam. So when the adds spawn, show you guys here, it's fully charged there. Now I can just use the Omega Beam and kill the adds very quickly. Fully charge again here, use it, kill the adds very quickly. You could also do this if you want to boost the damage for the Omega Beam on adds. Use Neo Venom Boost. That supercharge going to increase the damage for Omega Beam. Also use your supply drop, your damage trinket, and if you have EOG, you could swap that to get some extra damage on Omega Beams. So with that being said, let me just demonstrate this and show you guys how much damage you could do. So have the supply drop damage trinket and have EOG equipped. Show you guys here. Proc everything. Watch the pass, wait for it. Alright, you see how much damage we did here? 18,737,000. That's a lot of damage. So that's how you could buff the damage for Omega Beam on adds, guys. So I have demonstrated how to use the Omega Totality artifact the correct way, the do's and the don'ts, some other stuff you could do to get some more extra damage from the Omega Beam. So yeah, if you guys found this video very helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends on DC Universe 09. This video definitely going to help them use the Omega Beam the correct way. And if you want, you could subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also guys, for those who are interested in my fire DPS video, I have it in the end screen, so make sure and check it out. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. You guys take care.